How do you want to show courage? Courage is a hard thing for a lot of people to accept and to do. Um, a lot of this jealousy that you see in the world today about people's success comes from courage. People not having the courage to reach out and do what that person they're jealous of did. And the way that comes down is we just have to measure what we really are doing. And if you're not measuring what you're really doing, that means you really don't want success. So if you mad, you just didn't step up, and you didn't have enough courage to do what I was doing or do what that person was doing. Period. What is up, subscribers? Let me get the video a little bit closer. Let me fix that. What is up, subscribers? Welcome back to TA the show. Man, so got a lot to really dive in today. So I just really want to talk about accountability. You have to hold yourself accountable for what you have done in the past and what you are trying to do. Turn that into a little bit of motivation about who you really want to become. Forget about, what others did and how others did it and why somebody else did this and it made you do this. Hold yourself accountable, make that, just turn that into, a dream. Just turn it into a dream. Create your own path by holding yourself accountable of what you did and own up to it. And that's really what life is about. When you own up to your mistakes instead of pointing the fingers. You know what I'm saying? I was an underdog. Wasn't nobody giving something out to me on a daily basis, and I took pity in that. I was like, man, how come I'm not treated like all these other kids I was going to school around? And a lot of these kids were predominantly white, or European, to be professional, I should say. And once I took courage in what I really had, I was just like, you know what? I got these cards and I'm just going to play them. And once I started playing them and just accepting the reality of what I really had, it created a whole new path and a whole new dream for me. And I was able to accomplish a lot more than holding on to something that I wasn't accountable for at all. Creating excuses for myself, day in and day out. I had to just be really more authentic with myself to really get to where I really wanted to go. And I'm not even there yet. I'm just going to steady, just be authentic. And I'm just telling my viewers, you don't have to be what somebody wants you to be. Hold yourself accountable who you want to be and stay strong. And keep staying strong. Once you take some of that ownership, you start getting things you want. You start making things happen that you never thought was going to happen because you took ownership in your own life and then portray somebody else's life in your life. Even if their life matches yours, it can still be a little bit different because you're different. We all are different people. It's just that is one of the biggest things other than outside of communication that people need to just own up to is holding themselves accountable for how their lives is going. And are they really building what they want to be towards? Or are you just coming up with excuses of why you couldn't do that, of why you haven't done that, or why you haven't even thought like that? If you hold yourself more accountable, you start thinking how you need to think in order to get to where you want to be. Accountability, ladies and gentlemen, is a big, I'm not going to say no, it's a big, big, big key in all of our lives. If we're not holding ourselves accountable, we ain't really living. And that's just facts. We ain't really living. It's just one of those things where you just have to be like, all right, I did this, woo up the bam. All right, I'm not going to do that no more. Cool. This is what I'm going to do. It showed more results. Bam, I'm going to keep doing it. Consistency. I'm going to talk about it. I'm gonna speak it into realization, and then accountability falls right into that. I'm like, all right, cool. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing this, but now that I'm doing this, I'm on the right track. Don't blame your job, your mother, your father for any of that stuff, because you might have started at a certain point, but you ain't gonna die at that certain point. And why you ain't gonna die at that certain point? Like, I was born poor, but I guarantee I'm going to die wealthy. So my kids and my grandchildren, or maybe even grandchildren, can have something to live on for through my legacy. That's all we got to do, people, is hold ourselves more accountable, and things will just work out a little bit more. You know, people just be so down on themselves, you know. And I really don't want to bring like suicide into the play, but I just feel like if a lot of them people just, you know, owned up to what their life was and just cried about it, showed the emotions. I know depression can be real, and some people, you know, suffer from real hard depression, but some of these suicide cases could have just been resolved just by, you know, owning up to what your life, you know, really is, and taking it for what it is and seeing how you can change it. Owning up to how you can change your own life. Success isn't given, it's earned. Let me say that again. Success is not given, it's earned. That's a short little message for y'all. I hope y'all can just take that in to the membrane, to the brain. I'm out.